is I'd love for you to share with our audience members, what it is that you think the most underrated area of change for large organizations is.
Well, I think that one of the things is that even in the statement itself, you've got the fact that we don't have people in there, and people is the big factor. It really is something where, especially in large organizations, it's a lot of people, a lot of different nationalities, a lot of different parts of the business. And you actually have to kind of bring the transformation to the point where you're saying, okay, this is actually something that's relevant for me. It's really happening, because sometimes there's a little bit of like glacier move as well, and say, well, is this really going to be a transformation, or is it just something that we're hearing again? And those things are so critical to actually, making the change actually happen and stick.
Right. And I actually think this might feed directly into our next question, but I've heard a lot about some of these, companies who are like, okay, we're using AI now and here are tools. But if the change hasn't been brought to a behavioral level and the people themselves haven't been given the support they need or the infrastructure or whatever it may be, like that change is just not going to really go anywhere. Would you agree with that?
Completely. And again, it comes back to like, we talk a lot about like, people, process, technology, and a lot of times the technology gets brought in, but then what is going to happen to the process? How is that going to change? And then if people don't have the right mindset going into it, again, they just might say, well, this is just another transformational change that may not stick. And I think as well, you mentioned AI. I mean, and I think generative AI specifically, it's such a big change that really people need to understand that they need to get on board.
Yeah.